Hello everyone, welcome to Clasital's Academic Reading Note Completion Question and Answer session. Today I will be your teacher. My name is Burçin. Yes, I see some faces here. This is nice. Good to see you too. Let me share my screen with you. Before that, I wonder something actually. Hello, when is your IELTS exam? When will you take the exam? How much time you have? I wonder this question. 26th of November, within 1 month. Nice. So we have 1 month, usually. Very good. Okay, I see that. We have 1 month. Everyone says similar things. 29th of November, I suppose. Or is it October? It is on October. It's in 2 days. Nice. Ansa, okay. I know, I know your date. Okay, nice. Today, let me share my screen with you. Today, we are going to do. Some person's first day. Hello, everyone. We are Clasital. We are giving free lessons, free IELTS lessons. Also, you can find our practice materials from the Clasital's webpage. Oh, and so I am giving basic listening and reading lessons, and my colleagues are giving speaking and writing lessons. Oh, shortly, in a short time, actually, next week. Yes, next Tuesday, I am starting. I am starting giving writing lessons too. We are going to write introductions together on Tuesday. Then next Tuesday, we are going to write a body paragraph. Then on the next Tuesday, we are going to write a conclusion, and I will be teaching you some task 2 types and structures. Today, we are going to do reading note completion questions. Okay. We are going to look at the note completion question type. I will share with you some tips and strategies. Then we are going to look at our passages. This type of questions can come in many versions actually. It can be some like, let me show you. It can be like a summary, or it can be like a, yes, it can be like a table. They say complete the notes below, but you should pay attention to general things actually in this ones. While we are doing two questions, I will be giving more detail, but now let me give you some general tips and strategies. Okay, in this type of test, questions may or may not come up in the same order as the text, but pay attention to the which type of note completion you encounter with, and you can decide on these two. Use the words from the passage. We are not changing the words, we are not using the synonyms of them, we are just writing what we see on the reading passages. Of course, pay attention to the word limit and remember that compound words are counted as one word. For example, bookstore. Or we have hyphenated words, for example, oops. So hyphenated words are counted as one word too, so you can use them. Pay attention to the word limit. Check if the word you choose matches with the grammatical structure of the sentence. Look at the question, and if you are supposed to write a verb, you should write a verb. Don't write a noun there. So pay attention to the meaning. Pay attention to the keywords and pay attention to the meaning also. because meaning will give you the essence of it, and you said, um let me see. Sorry, I got distracted. And you will see what type of words you are going to write there if you pay attention to the meanings. Check the spelling, use the capital letters correctly. You will see it. If you don't use the capital letters correctly, you will lose points. So pay attention to this one, and watch out for the distractors. But however, although, especially if you are reading a passage 3 essay, you should pay attention to the meaning, because they will tell you the same thing with different words. They will use lots of synonyms and paraphrasings and so on. Okay, for the example, and let me give you some tips on the time management too, because time management is the base of the reading part actually. Yes, you have 60 minutes and you have 3 passages. Okay. And it says for in they will say you should spend 20 minutes on each passage. Okay, I advise you to spend 15 minutes for the first passage, 20 minutes for the second passage, and 25 minutes for the third passage, because the questions are getting harder as you proceed in the exam. So in the passage 3, you will see most difficult texts and more difficult texts and more difficult questions. So I advise you to spend more time in the passage 3. Pangaya, maybe you can go and come back. Okay, this is an interactive lesson. I will be sharing the questions with you. So we are going to read them. I'm going to read the questions. But when you see the answer, please. Really? Hmm. Mm, it is a little bit too long. Let me just send you this part. Hmm. How is it for everyone? I hope that you can hear me well. Maybe you can. Okay, good. Okay. First, thank you. First, we are going to look at the questions. We are always looking at the questions because we don't have to read the whole text to answer the question. Maybe you are going to read the different part of the text to answer the different questions, but first read the question. It says complete the notes below using no more than 2 words from the passage. Okay, this is my question too, from the passage, so we can understand that we want to use any synonyms. We will take the words from the passage. That's all. Education. Having accumulated a great fortune in his business, Noble's father determined to give his son best education and sent him abroad to be trained in psychology, trained in physics, maybe trained in carpentry. It can be something, but I think it will be like the major. It will be something. During Noble's study in Paris, he worked in a private laboratory where he came in contact with a young engineer, blah blah, and his invention nitroglycerin, a more powerful explosive than nitroglycerin, a more powerful explosive than something. So I can imagine that for the 7 it will be a noun, maybe a major, so maybe a study major, I mean. For the 8, with a young engineer, maybe we will see a name for the question 8. Let me see. His invention is nitroglycerin, a more powerful explosive than something. So 9 will be a noun too. Let me see the rest. Benefits in the construction works. Okay. First one, my headings was education, and my second heading is benefits in the in construction works. So pay attention to the headings too. Noble became really interested in his explosive and experimented on it, but nitroglycerin was too dangerous and was banned experiments within the city of something. So within the city of Paris, which will be a place. Now, because I'm explaining it to you, it takes time. As you proceed, as you make practice, you will get used to doing this, so it will take much more shorter time when you do it yourself. So Noble had to move his experiments to a lake. To make nitroglycerin easily usable, Noble invented dynamite along with something, so it will be a noun too. While in the meantime, something became popular, someone became popular. Let me see. All of which dramatically lowered the something. So it's a noun. All of which dramatically lowered the something of construction work. Load of the construction works. Cost of the construction works. So it will be a noun too. Okay. Speed of the construction work. I think it says lowered something's construction works. I think it will be something positive for the sake of the construction works. Lowered the speed. It's a downside. I think it's lowered something bad. Okay, let me go to my passage. I will give you 1 minute, 30 seconds to read the questions, to read them again. Okay, let's continue with the questions. Having accumulated, so I can understand that this looks like a summary. So in the summary, usually questions come in order. So I will go in order, but I suppose it. Let's see it. And send him abroad to be trained in. So first I will start with his education. Then when I see Paris, I will stop. I think they are going in order to. This is an interactive classroom. When you see the answer to the question, please say it to me. Let me send it. Let me send you the questions again. Okay, I am looking for an education thing. It is about the Alfred Nobel, I'm sorry, the man behind the Nobel Prize. Education by private teachers. Wow. His primary interest for English literature and poetry. Hmm. 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 Okay. Can I focus it a little bit more? Let me see. How is it now? Better? Oops. Come on. Very good. How many words we can write? Up to 2 words. I remember. Yes, no more than 2 words. Yes, let me see. Chemical engineering. Chemical. Very good. I think so too. In order to widen Alfred's horizons, his father sent him abroad here for further training in chemical engineering. Very good. During a 2 year period, Alfred Nobel visited blah blah. In Paris, he came to like Bath and worked in a private laboratory of Professor, a famous there. There he met the young Italian chemist Ascanio Sobrero, who 3 years earlier had invented nitroglycerin, a highly explosive liquid. So it isn't. Can we use capital words? If you are supposed to write in capitals, you should write in capitals. Otherwise, you will lose points. Very good. For example, if we are writing a name, we are supposed to write it with capital letters. Very good. I see many answer. Ascanio Sobrero. Maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly. But yes, this is my answer. Very good. But it was considered, although, hmm, but it was considered too dangerous to be any of practical use. So I think this is the education part, and my answers will be from that one. Will be from this passage. We have question 9 in the paragraph that I sent you, in the question that I sent you. But it was considered too dangerous to be any practical use. Although its explosive power greatly exceeded that of gunpowder, the liquid would explode in a very predictable manner if it's subject to heat and blah 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 blah. Yes, Alfred became very interested in nitroglycerin and how it could be put to practical use in construction work. Gunpowder, very good. Okay, let me see it. Tut, tut, tut. Having accumulated a great fortune of him abroad to be trained chemical engineer. Engineering. Yes, very good. During Nobel study with a young engineer named Ascanio Sobrero. Sobrero. Sobrero and his invention nitroglycerin, a more powerful explosive than gunpowder. Yes. Is it clear till now? For example, this is a yes, this is a passage one. Yes, this is passage one. Like here. This is passage one. Yes. As you can see, this is a little bit more easier. So, okay, I will send it. So you should spend like 15 minutes on this one. Mm, 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 mm. Next, benefits in construction work. I will let you read it for 30 seconds yourself. Okay. Where was I? Hmm. Oops. Okay. Construction works. Uh-oh. Several explosions, including one in which his brother Emil and several other persons were killed. They forbade the further experimentation with nitroglycerin within the Stockholm city limits. And Alfred moved to a lake. A lake. Stockholm city. City. Stockholm. Woohoo! It is Stockholm. Like the stock. It's not the stock. Woohoo! Uh, it is like the not the stock, not the stock, but it is stock like the money in the stock. Stockholm syndrome. If you are not sure, C and D. No, we have two. The Stockholm city. No. D is for the city limits. And let me see. Within the city of the here, within the city of Stockholm. So not the Stockholm city, but I should write here just Stockholm. Let's continue. Mm, hmm. Not discourage. Different additives. Oh, what is this? Mm, now we have the dynamite. Hmm. No, it says Noble invented dynamite along with something. So he invented two things along with detonator. Very good. He also invented a detonator blasting cup, which could be ignited by a lighting fuse. These inventions were made at the same time as the pneumatic drill come into general use. It is like together these inventions drastically reduce the cost of blasting rock, drilling tunnels, building canals, and many other forms of construction work. What do you think? Very good. Very good. Costs, yes. They lower the cost of construction works. Detonator. Detonator. Mean type phenom. No. No. Yes. Pneumatic derail. No, no, no. Yes. Okay, this is true. Detonator. Okay. This was the end of the passage one. Let's do one passage two before seeing some passage two. Let me see. Come on. Let me look at the questions. We have question. Don't we need to use the before proper noun? No, like the Burçin, the Turkey, the India. No, in here the Stockholm, the city of. In there, the usage was like the Lord of the Ring. Yes, this is my classic example. The Lord of the Rings. There was the of they used the of structure there. The something of something. The city of elderly. In there, the usage was like that. The Stockholm syndrome is somehow weird too. Uh, for both listening and reading, we should write answers only in capital letters. You don't have to do that. If you are not certain about the answer, not certain about the how to use the capital letters, yes, you can do that. However, you don't have to do that. But if you should use a capital letters, and if you don't, you will lose points. Yes, you will lose 1 point actually. Okay, let me see. Ancient people in Sahara. One of my favorite topics. Nice. A comparative study of two ancient cultures. The Kifin, they seem to be peaceful and industrious since the researchers did not find something on their heads and forearms. Their lifestyle was something through the observation of the huge leg muscles. It could be inferred that their diet had plenty of something. The Tenerian Stojanowski presumed that Tenerian preferred herding to something herding to swimming, but I think it should be something ing. But only the bones of individual animals such as dogs were found. Senna supposed the Tenerian in Gobero lived in a close group at that time, so it will be an adjective, something group. Let me see. Let me send you the questions. Mm-hmm. Is it a little bit long? I hope that this is okay. Sorry. First, we have the Kiffin, then we have the Tenerian. Let's look for it. Sereno. I have seen that name. Tenere, but it is the name of the desert. Tuareg. Desert within a desert. They are human bones. Mm-hmm. No. Hmm. I am looking for my keywords. My keywords are like, sorry, I didn't make it so obvious, but my keywords are Kiffin, peaceful, industrious, and researchers, and head and forearms. I'm looking for these keywords. Mm-hmm. In the following 3 weeks, Serrano and Garcia dun, 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 a detail of the destined site, which was duped name for the area, a place the ancient Kiffin and Tuareg nomads used to roam. After that they excavated 8 tombs and 20 pieces of Kiffin fishermen caught not only small fish but also some huge ones. The remains of Nile perch, a fierce fish weighing about 300 pounds, along with those of the alligator and hippos, were left in the vicinity of dunes. Woohoo! The results. I am very close to my answers, by the way, because now the researchers are here and they are sending bones to somewhere. Sleeping bones. Scientists can now distinguish one culture from another. Very good. You have found the answers already. Okay, let me see then. Here. Judge from the bones, the Kiffin could be a people of peace and hardworking. Here, industries, they use the synonyms of it. No injuries in the head or forearms indicate that they did not fight too much, and they have strong bodies. He pointed out a long femur. I think femur muscle. I think it's some kind of muscle, but I don't remember. From this muscle attachment, we could infer the huge like muscles, which means this individual lived a strenuous lifestyle and ate much protein. Very good. Very good. I see many true answers. Oh, is it the leg bone? Okay. I am always confused about them. Okay, let me see. They seem to be peaceful and industrious since the researcher did not find any injuries. Their lifestyle was. I don't like this word. Terrenius. News. Yes. Through the observation of huge leg muscles, it could be inferred that their diet had plenty of protein. So it is good to know the bones too. You said protein too, right? Yes. I understood protein from here. Where was it? And ate much protein. But these two interference coincide with the lifestyle of people living on fishing. To create striking contrast, the displayed femur of a Tenerian male. So they are now at the Tenerians. This rage was scarcely seen. This individual has a less laborious lifestyle, which you might expect of the herder. Hmm, Here, let me send you the questions again. The Tenerians. I had this name. I remember this name. Stanajovsky concluded that Tenerian were herders, which was consistent with the other school's dominant feel of lifestyle in the Sahara. Blah blah. Hmm. A dry climate favored herding rather than hunting. You could find this one too, right? I think you can. Okay, I can. This is my last paragraph. My all of my answers will be here. But Serrano proposed some confusing points. If the Tenorian was herders, where were the herds? Despite the thousands of animal bones excavated in Gobero, only three calf skeletons were found, and none of the goats or sheep was found. It is common for the herding people not to kill the cattle, particularly in a cemetery, Elena Garcia remarked. Even the modern pastoralists such as in Niger's Wadobe are reluctant to slaughter the animals in their herd. Serrano suggested perhaps the Tenerian in Gobera were a transitional group that had still relied greatly on hunting and fishing and not adopted herding completely. Very good. But only the bones of individual animals such as no, they haven't found any animal bones. And I can write one word only. It is here. I'm sorry I haven't said it. Very good. Cow. Very good. Only three calf skeletons were found. There were no sheep, and none of the goats or sheep was found. So there were zero. Only some uh, cow bones. Serrone supposed the Tenerian in the Gobero lived a what group? Transitional group. Very good. It is at the last sentence. Yes, perhaps the Tenerian in Gobero were a transitional group that had still relied greatly on hunting and fishing and not blah blah. Let me see. Let me write. Herding to hunting, but only bones cows were found. I am not writing cow. It is plural, so my answer should be plural too. Suppose the Tenerian live in a transitional group at that time. Let me see, check the time. Huh? We still have time. Let's do one more. I'm sorry for the cows too. And do you see they don't slaughter animals in the graveyards. They don't say graveyard, it says something else. Cemetery, graveyard, they are same things. So in here, in the passage 2, I have more synonyms, more paraphrasing. Okay, now we are going to do Vikings. This is a world tour today. We are going to the desert. We are going to see some Vikings. We were at Europe. We don't have the passage 3 today. We have some in the maybe I should design them like this. This one is from the passage 1 too. It is the Vikings' wayfaring way. Away, way. Again, we have a table. Word Viking is something, but it is something, but then I will put a dot. Origins Viking came from Scandinavia in Britain, AD something between something. Days of the Viking Age. Length varies elsewhere. Endowed, but most of territorial extent endowed, but most of Europe, possibly raided as far as something, and end of the Viking Age, Vikings had assimilated into something and adopted a new something system, hunting system. Let me see. Let's do this one too. First, we are starting with the origins and the word Viking. I think I have found my answer. Sorry. I forget the questions. This is a rather short one. The origin of the If we don't know the meaning of the summaries in paragraph which are related to the answer, then how can we judge the answer? Luckily, the most difficult words are not included in the questions usually. You don't see the most difficult ones in the answers, but maybe they are going to use some synonyms, and from the questions you can deduct, you can understand that there will be you can understand the meaning. Sorry. Difficult words are in the passage 3. Yes. Actually, it is a little bit try to understand it from the general meaning. And try to understand if it is related to the questions. Maybe it will be something like maybe in the questions you are asked about that word, you are asked something related to that word, and for sure they will give you the synonym of it. But sometimes, yes, we don't. Meanwhile, I forget the question, and yes, I'm asking myself, what is obscure? Yes. However, the origins of word Viking itself are obscure. Very good. Word Viking is obscure. Obscure. Word Viking is obscure. Vikings came from Scandinavia in Britain, HD 793. And I am here, it is territorial extent. So where did they conquer? Some dates. This was more this was easy because we have the AD here. How much territory Vikings control is also in dispute. Scandinavia and the Western Europe certainly, but their reach east and south is uncertain. They plundered and settled down the Volga and Dnieper rivers and traded with modern day Istanbul. Hey, this is our city. But the archaeological records has yet to verify that Vikings raided as far as northwest Africa as some writers claim. Africa. Very good. Do you see? Raided as far as. No, is it one word? No, it is no more than two words. Why not Western Europe? Is the question for Vikings. Because in the question it says, let me see, in doubt, but most of Europe and possibly raided as far as somewhere, possibly. In the Europe is used on the below. In doubt, but most of Europe possibly raided as far as Northwest Africa. It is in the question. So actually question gives me so many things. Northwest Africa. You can use no more than two words. Sorry. And as you can see, we are writing northwest as one word. So it's a compound word too. Northwest. Oh, sorry. Let me open the passage. Where were we? They are here. Northwest. So do not write them as two words. They are just one word. Compound words are the words that come together. Let's continue. The issue of control and extent is complex because many Vikings did not return to Scandinavia. But do you think maybe it was too cold for them? Local populations. Ah, good. I mean, now I see your answer. Very good. Why is that? Interesting. Monostatic religious? A new monostatic religious system. To a new, oh, I see, nice. What was it? For example, I just wrote monastic, but you can write up to two words. Mono means one. I'm writing something wrong. No, okay. Mono means one. Theistic. Taste is like the god. So they just adopted a new. Sorry. No, local populations. And adopted a new monotheistic religious system. Used to they were what? They were multi. Okay, I won't make it up. Whew. We have done so many note completion questions. How do you feel? Do you feel like we have learned things? Was it beneficial for you? You can write your thoughts, your comments, your feedbacks on our post lesson survey. We will be very glad if you can share it. I will be uploading these practices to our website too. Yes, it was easier than matching headings, right? Because you can write the same thing here. You don't have to change it. You can look into keywords. Yes. So, another time management trick with you. If you see that kind of questions, try to do them as fast as possible because in this ones, answers are given to you in the passage. So you don't have to like spend lots of time with them. But for the matching the headings questions, true false questions are time consuming too because there are lots of paraphrasing. And you should give yourself time for this kind of matching the headings, matching features. Matching features is a little bit easier too, but true false questions, you should give yourself time for them. Let me share some other links with you too. For examples, I can share with you our library. If you see any problems with these materials too, maybe you think that one answer is incorrect, you can write to us always, so we can correct them. Okay. When you have done the post lesson survey, my lesson has finished. I will be here for 2 more minutes for your questions. Then I will end the session. Why is that? This is IELTS Academic. Right, let me see. Yes, this is from IELTS Academic. Oh, thank you, Farzin. Yes, I really like Turkish food too. Joe, in the IELTS general, they are asking for more. They are giving more. Hmm, they are giving more general topics like that, like a letter or something. But invitation kind of things. They are giving this kind of things. There is more classical training for general. So far we have these ones, but I think we will upload some writing and reading questions for IELTS general too. But for the online lesson, listening is same for the general and the academic. Writing is a little bit different, but task 2 is same in IELTS general and academic. Speaking is same. Only, okay, writing task 1 is different and reading is different. But listening and but for the listening is same in the general and academic. Speaking is same in the general and academic. And task 2 is same for general and academic. And in the IELTS general, you will see one passage like this one too. Answer yes. In especially in the reading part, you are seeing it if it is capital or not. But in the listening part, you can write all of them with capital letters. Okay, that's all, everyone. Hope to see you. No, it wasn't a full mock test. We had one, two, passage one, two, passage two. One passage two. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. See you soon.